suck, but we can swim in. And it's not a swim like a Bud's ocean swim. It's like a swampy, shitty, nasty, whatever. And, there's water in Iraq, and people don't realize that. But we did. We went in with 17 SEALs and 2 dogs, 2 Malinois. And they're important to the story because we got in there, immediate gunfight, but we cleared 10 houses. We killed all 19 guys. Didn't hurt one woman or child, and then we left. Swam out. The next day, the locals woke up. And, they're the usual terror reigned by these Al-Qaeda fucks. But now there's no one. They're dead. They're gone. And they had a block party. So we have assets above. And they're watching this. Because you want to see who, I'm not going to give away tactics, but you want to see what happens after for follow-on. And there's this block party going on. The block party got so big, a reporter from Baghdad, a newspaper reporter from Baghdad went up there and interviewed the people in the houses that we had taken down and asked who came last night. And the headline on the newspaper said they were ninjas and they came with lions.
No shit.
Yeah, fucking lions. How cool is that?
That's pretty badass.
Yes. So, but that's what we did for that. We got. Watching. I was just proud of my guys. That's when I realized that right now, and this is probably me just being arrogant. Right now, Red Team is the finest fighting force in the world. There's no one that does. Obviously there are guys that do it like that, but I'm here. I see it now. This is my bubble. But I fucking love these guys.
Yeah.
And I think that was the most combat that we'd ever seen, and that was that 2007 deployment to Iraq.
Damn, how long are the deployments?
4 months.
4 months?
Yeah.
And you guys were just hitting it every night.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
We were in places where we put up makeshift tents to sleep, like not like, but it's not secure. Like there's concertina wire maybe and some Iraqi guards. Like you could be in it every, but then like no internet, no TVs. The chow hall is a mile and a half away or whatever, and there's nothing to do. Like I remember guys singing. I learned the Cincinnati Bengals fight song because I was sleeping in between 2 dudes from Cincinnati. Still know it.
Let's go into a little more detail. So you swam in.
Yeah, which it was. I wouldn't. It's not so much even a swim. It's just a really shitty swamp where you're grabbing the dogs by their handles and just inserting to. Like you get under palm groves and the big grapes with the huge rats running across it.
Yeah.
And the closer you get to target, the dogs are barking. They know you're coming, and then you get through there. Snipers start climbing, and then once the snipers get up there, and you hear them go hot, it's just on. But we were good at it. So we're moving quickly through houses. Not too, but like we're killing dudes in houses, clearing one man in, blast him, and then move down the thing, and you're killing other dudes. And at the time, it's cool.
Yeah.
The further you get away from that, it's you start wondering what you're doing.
Yeah. Does that bother you?
Yeah, yeah. There are certain guys I think about. There's one guy in particular that I think about that I killed. He was the second guy I killed in this house. I entered the house, killed the guy in the front. I went into a bedroom. I did a one-man entry because I'm an idiot. And there was a guy that was in bed with his wife, and I gave him the courtesy of calm down. You're waking up. Just obviously a guy with a green face is in your room, and it's scary. Calm down. And there's a fucking AK-47 next to him. I'm like, come on, don't do that. And he went for it. I blasted him, killed him, and then his wife sees it. So I just shot this guy next to his wife, and you start to wonder, like, now the only reason I shot that guy is because I am in his house, and we were born on 2 separate parts of the planet.
Yeah.
And I don't know him. And then the further you get away from it, it's like, what if we had met somewhere else, like in a coffee shop in France? Would we have shared a joke? Was he funny? Didn't matter.
Damn.
Yeah. I think I found the further you get away from war, the more it starts to sink in. That a lot of guys are killing each other because a lot of narcissists that are in charge have you do it.
Do you think? I often wonder that too. Would we have got along? Or
I know, it's crazy.
I feel like I would have liked half of those people
Probably.
more than the people that I'm around.
You probably
right
have
now
a lot more in common with them. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane to think about.
Yeah. Because the humanity of it, people don't realize the humanity that. This is people in these are dudes in their house with their families. Okay, he's going for a gun. He's got a gun. He's aiming at me. Now, is he protecting his family? And is he a carpenter?
Yeah.
That needs an AK because he lives in fucking Ramadi. And again, I think it's just because one thing I started, the more senior that I got, one thing that I disagreed with was patrol to contact and strike to develop. It's like, look, man, you're going to go to a house and find someone with a gun and kill them because you went to it. You're in his house. I mean, I remember one of the things where I started to not turn, but like say no more, was I went into the wrong house and I was in a swamp and I was walking across this white carpet and these only two people in the house were a woman and her 10-year-old daughter. And I looked down at their white carpet and I remember thinking, I understand why they hate us. Imagine someone doing that here, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the shitty thing is you get the more time you get to think about it, the more you think about it, and you start to realize like it's a big planet, it's a small world, and it's just a couple people sending us. I mean, he believed in his cause, I believed in my cause.
That's where I was gonna go too. I mean, I don't know what the percentage of people that actually stand up for what they believe in. But I thought it was a lot bigger until 2020 came around, and then I realized, man, the majority of these fucking people are just sheep. They will just do
whatever they're told,
whatever they're fucking told,
and they turn it they turn it political.
Yeah, and we're going up against the whatever percent. Let's just call it the top 1% that actually stands up for what they believe in, and it's just on the other side of the world, and they just believe something different than what we do.
That's what they just, and they believe it, and they just believe in their cause. I mean, yes, they're the bad guys to us, but we're also the bad guys to them.
Yeah.
I mean, they attack us because we're the great Satan.
Yeah.
And I like think about the crazy aunt you have at Thanksgiving dinner that is so religious that she knows everything. They're just like her. They just believe something else.
Yeah.
I mean, the more deep you get, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because you start to wonder who's calling the shots. But I mean, that's what we did. And like I said, at the time, 27, 30-year-old, 32-year-old, fucking bring it. I'll fight anybody here. And then you start to question. I mean, I've had guys say, "Do you think are we going to get past this? Like, are we going to be good? Like with life?" So, and that's and I think the PTSD comes with it, and that's real. Yeah. It's unfortunate. And a lot of guys, and a lot of men and women went through a lot of shit because some politician told them they had to.
You're absolutely right. I think that's why they recruit them young too.
That's crazy.
But
even now, thinking about Iraq, I can sometimes sit there and think, so Iraq, the fuck was that all about?
I think about that too. I think it was all Halliburton.
It was Halliburton. Someone's getting paid. Someone's getting paid for the anthrax vaccination, smallpox, all the vehicles that we left there, the shit we brought over, every single round, all the body armor. Someone's getting paid for it all. That's a big contract.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Halliburton did what they were.
Oh yeah, they were everything.
They were the carpenters. They were the chefs. They were the trash people. They were the fuel people. They were the cleaning crew. They were everything. Every aspect of life in Iraq that was on an American base was put together by Halliburton, who was tied to Cheney.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. So where did you go after Iraq?
So we did Afghanistan, Iraq, and then I did the rest was Afghanistan. I'm trying to think of which ones I went to. Where we sent a small team. So then it reversed. The majority went to Iraq because they got the debriefs on what we were doing. Now the fighting's in Iraq, so they sent a small group of us up to Bagram, and I'm talking a small group, 8 guys, and we were just. We had the ability to augment other groups, and if we went out on hits, which were rare. We did find some IED guys. We did get some shootouts there. Wintertime, Afghanistan, so not a lot to do. We got to know each other really well. We held training, breaching charges, how to get better at stuff, working out. A lot of MMA stuff, which is a pain in the ass when you're sparring with guys that are bored that know how to fight. Because they just want to get after it. A couple things here and there. We wasn't very exciting, but we kind of did that. I'm trying to think of the other ones.
Well, let's talk about the Alabama.
Okay, so that was in 2009, and we were sort of aware of the Maersk, Alabama getting hit by Somali pirates, but we didn't know what was going to happen. And I was actually, so we were stateside, and we were the national mission force for something like that would happen. I happened to be at my daughter's Easter tea party at her preschool on my birthday. It was Good Friday, April 10th, 2009. So it was an Easter tea party, and we were just giving the kids treats. I had a pink plate in my hand. I'm giving her cookies and cupcakes, and we got the call. Captain Phillips, they sent us a code that we knew what it was, and basically what they're saying is, okay, he got captured. You're going to get him right now. So your shit had better be ready. You have a certain amount of time to get in there and a certain amount of time to take off. And we had been, SEAL Team 6 was designed to do this, to rescue American hostages at sea. It had never been done, not one time.
No shit. This is the first one.
28 years it had never been done. And we had been selling that we can take, I don't want to give away the timeline, but we can take off in a certain amount of hours. And we had the commanding officer of SEAL Team 6 on my bird, and we took off at, 59 minutes to, whatever, 59. Like, I could see that, okay, we did it in a certain amount. Now we're flying. And in that amount of time, we, not just me, but we as SEAL Team 6, we had thought of everything. Every imaginable at sea rescue, a nuclear problem, a yacht, whatever. We had never thought of a lifeboat, a fully enclosed orange lifeboat being towed by a Navy destroyer. No one thought of that for some reason. So we're like, well, we have 15 hours to come up with something. So everybody, the newest goddamn guy on this plane, think of something. Ram it with one of our birds, one of our boats, or a helo. Think of something, and we're going to list all of them. And then we're going to start crossing them off, and we'll take the top 5, and then from there we'll get to the best one. And we did not go over there to kill those pirates. We went there to get Richard Phillips. Like, we're just going to, if we can, we'll just negotiate. I mean, we didn't, they're already negotiating. They didn't send an entire squadron to negotiate. Plus, we've been killing people all over the world. So but we didn't. We put the snipers down when we got there to watch them. Make sure nothing unsafe happens as we're preparing for the rescue. And as we were preparing for the rescue, something very unsafe happened, and they shot. That's all. That's how it happened. There was no 3, 2, 1 execute. It was just boom, boom, boom. Someone shot, and they
so
shot.
it was all just bam.
Yeah, someone shot the red off each other. Like, the plan that I thought was going to work, that we came up with, was, and I thought this was brilliant. This is why I was actually getting coffee in the Chief's Mess, because we're going to do this plan. Was I didn't do shit on that fucking thing.
Yeah, hold on. You didn't. That was off camera. So you were getting coffee.
I had just made chief, and I was so happy to be in the Chief's Mess on a Navy ship that I'm in there bullshitting with, like, the boss has made chief, and we're talking about who are the Redskins going to draft or some shit, or who they just whatever. And the snipers took the shot. The plan that we came up with, meaning me and my team leader, was, these are not terrorists. This is brilliant. These are not terrorists. They're criminals. And now they're scared. And they're seasick, which they don't like. And they're out of cot, the drug they take.
Yeah.
All we got to do is bring them some water and some radios. Get them some radios to the village elders. Let them talk. And tell them we're going to bring them in. They just want to go home now. We get them close. The sun comes down. Jam the comms. Pull them a couple clicks up. And my team will be on the beach. And once they get off, we'll handle it. We either, hey, we're friends, beat it, or we shoot him, and then we take him. So that's the plan that I thought was going to work. So I'm talking football with BMC, and we got a message that someone said, yeah, we got him. And I was like, hey, got who? Dude, we got him. We got Captain Phillips. Like, holy shit, good, you guys are awesome. Yeah, they got him, and they took the shots. I think one of the coolest stories that doesn't get enough credit is the slide for life, the obstacle we have at Bud's.
Yeah.
Where you climb up and you slide down a rope, and like the Marines have it, Army has it. I remember seeing that thinking, what the fuck is the use of this? No one is ever going to need to know how to do this. One guy needed to do it one time, and it was after they shot, that sniper needed to go down and pull Phillips out. I'll tell you a story. Now, this is not my story. It's just a good story, so I'm assuming it happened this way. The sniper said, and he's probably full of shit, but he said when he was going in there, he had to go to his pistol, and he did carry a pistol, thank God. And he said, but I'm going into the small space. And this is the only time in my life that I get to rescue someone. So I got to think of something cool to say, right? Do I say we're a SEAL team?
Oh
Blah,
my
blah, blah.
God.
And he said he went in there and they'd been using this entire boat as a toilet for like 4 days. And it's in the African heat. And now there's 3 dudes laying in it and their heads are split open. And he said that he's trying to think of something cool to say. He looks at Richard Phillips and said, I'm definitely going to need therapy after this. Fuck! That's what I say. I need therapy.
Holy shit.
But I mean, the thing about that though was from Virginia Beach, 15 hours and 46 minutes later, we had a full head count in the Indian Ocean. We rescued Richard Phillips on Easter Sunday. The thing that people don't think about is I mentioned we hadn't done that in 28 years. So imagine this, those snipers were in their own beds in Virginia Beach 4 days before that on a long weekend. It's a long weekend. We've never done this. I'm going to skip work and I'll sight in my gun on Tuesday. You know, their guns did not need to be sighted in for the most difficult shots of their lives, but their guns were sighted in for the most difficult shots of their lives because they were prepared.
Wow.
Crazy. Those snipers are just complete badasses.
How many snipers were there?
We jumped in with 103 people. Like this is the only everyone
You jumped in with 103 people?
I think we had 98 canopies, 5 tandems, or some shit. Every swinging dick that was in Virginia Beach was going on this mission.
Is it just because everybody wanted to go?
Everybody wanted to be on the op. This is a real jump.
Yeah.
The first one. I want to say,
So you brought 108 people.
we had dudes, I swear to God, were riding desks that were like, yep, I have a Trident. I haven't operated in 12 years, but I'm jumping. I can still remember this stuff. We had dudes that that was their first jump. They were tandemed in, comm guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's a sniper team there, but there was 3 I want to say that shot.
Shit, I thought it was like 5 or 6 of you guys. I didn't realize
no.
you brought everybody in the
There was
fucking kitchen
dudes
sink.
there was dudes in there before us, from a more advanced squadron that I'm not going to get into. They were sort of there, but then they were already overseas. They brought us in from Virginia Beach.
Okay.
And but those snipers, I think that's just cool.
Yeah. So was it 3 simultaneous shots?
You know what? I don't think so, but that's what the debrief said.
All right. Right on.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I know they got him.
Well, it's cool that you're a part of it.
Yeah, it was
It's
something.
actually pretty fucking funny. You're in the Chiefs mess bitching about football.
I think it's awesome because if people say, you're telling stories that aren't true, it's like, no, I really was in the Chiefs, man. Like, whatever do you mean?
Holy shit. So,
But yeah, then that was that. And so now that's the pinnacle. We've done the hostage rescue. We've been in the gunfights. We've done this. And then we're going to go. I'm going to go to Afghanistan again. And this time, so I'd been at an outstation. I'd been on the strike teams. I'd run the outstations. Now I'm the senior enlisted, running all of them. I'm the senior enlisted for all the outstations. And my job simply now is to work with the agency, get intel from these different places, try to find cross-border operations again. So at this point, Osama bin Laden is a ghost. And he's not even on my fucking radar. I was at the point, just being at SEAL Team 6, I remember thinking, I hope I get to meet the guy from Delta that kills bin Laden. This is as close as this is awesome. I hope I meet him. So like one of the big, we did the biggest thing we did on this one was we found an Al-Qaeda guy, Abu Ikhlas al-Masri or some shit like that, who was a tier 1 target in Korangal, and we did a snatch and grab on a highway and got him. This other strike team were doing